What up, gang? What up, gang? What up, gang? Y'all straight? Y'all good? Y'all good? Y'all ate today? Make sure y'all ate. We snowed in. We snowed in. Boom. Cool. My bad. My bad. Yeah. Guess we'll chop it up. Until the game come on. What time is it? 5:17. Cool. We could. That's perfect. That's about an hour. So we could chop it up for about an hour. That's cool. Y'all get in here. Make sure y'all like the live for me. I love y'all so much. Y'all the goat. Bunch of goats. But let's talk about it. So Ryan Garcia is rejecting VADA, putting the rematch in doubt. I mean, because Devin Haney and team and Bill Haney, they said they weren't, fighting Ryan Garcia without drug testing, which is fair. You gotta. I mean, you gotta respect it. I mean, and Ryan comes out and says that he doesn't want to do VADA testing, and I don't really care what testing you guys do. It could be USADA, it could be Olympic style, it could be just make sure some drug testing get done. It shouldn't be no issue where Devin feels cheated again. Hopefully, if this time Ryan Garcia pops high from anything, you can pull out, because they get two samples, one before the fight and one after the fight, and it takes, I want to say, 48 hours for that to come back. So it is what it is, But I don't like this from Ryan Garcia. See, this is why do you care about if it's VADA or USADA or anybody? Why do you care that it's VADA? If anything, you should be trying to clear your name from the allegations, because you swear there were allegations. They weren't true. Somebody tainted your supply. Or you was taking ashwagandha. The man came up with a million lies to say he didn't pop hot, and I remember him vividly. So I don't want it to be any excuses from both sides. In all honesty, I want Devin to, feel comfortable, to where the fight is, he's on a level playing field. And I don't think, if I want to see if Ryan Garcia can actually beat him clean, because look, Ryan Garcia says he will never use VADA again. Why? Why not? Why not use VADA? Well, what did VADA do? They didn't taint your test. And if they did, you had a chance to appeal it. You didn't appeal the decision made by the commission. You didn't appeal that, because if a guy that was, completely innocent, oh my gosh, they would have appealed that decision. A man that's innocent, but he knows he was hot. So, the thing he tried to do was damage control, and I don't like this, not one bit, from the kid, saying, I don't want to do VADA. What's the difference? If anything, you should be trying to do any type of testing, to clear your name up. But he knows he was hot. He know it. Everybody knows that kid was dirty, and he went in there with the intent to actually hurt Devin Haney. There's no room for drug cheats on Loe.visuals. So I'm definitely pressing the issue. And I can address, all the guys that you think that they were high, and I don't show favoritism, Your favorite fighter might have popped hot. Just throwing that out there, Your favorite fighter might have popped hot, but this, I mean, is this an excuse? I mean, but it shouldn't matter to Bill which agency is you, as long as there's testing, as long as they're testing, I just want it to be, even playing field. I don't care about, who does the test. I just want the fight to be even. This guy comes in with something in his system, and this guy doesn't. I don't want that. We don't want that situation at hand. If we just being all the way, honest. I'm for the fight happening, I'm all for that. I definitely want to see it. My bad, you guys. Accidentally clicked it. I was trying to go click up here. Yeah, and you see how all of these, these articles, they just disregard the fact that, Ryan Garcia even tested dirty. See? They don't even discuss the fact that he even failed a drug test. And they're actually implying, oh, it was, Devin Haney's weak chin. Like you can kind of tell the biasness in these articles, and really might have to start using Boxing News 24/7 because Boxing News, they be on BS. The articles are, they're shit, but they're something to talk about, once you read them. But yeah, it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter what's being used as long as they're testing, and you see, look, especially if he's worried about getting beat up again. Well, let's just disregard the fact that the guy was dirty and he missed weight. And he didn't. And a lot of people like to say Devin looked bad in the fight. He was winning the fight the first 7 rounds. I mean, besides the first round. Okay, he got hurt in the first round. But after that, 2 through 7, he controlled the fight. And I know what I'm watching. I know what I'm looking to see. He's controlling the fight. He got too aggressive in that 7th round, and it cost him. That's what happened. And Ryan Garcia capitalized. But if Devin Haney kept boxing, he actually get the job done and get the fight. It was his ego that, let it became the best of him in my opinion. But as far as that, and I didn't think Ryan Garcia had the best, gas tank in the fight. He looked kind of tired in my opinion. So, that's why I was shocked when I found that, that he popped hot. Like, bro, you popping hot and you still tired, I guess. But you see they're not even addressing, him missing missing weight or yeah, see that they're not even talking about it. Yeah, they're not even talking about it. And both of these guys are, steady talking about the rematch and what they basically open negotiating. If you guys they're negotiating through the media. That's all. Ryan doesn't want VADA. Cool. It better be some type of testing, because you see all of these, fights. Oh, we didn't test. We didn't test. That's on you. You need to be testing, and if it's not testing, you need to be trying to get out of that fight. You got David Benavidez. He's consistently, saying, David Morrell is on PEDs, but I mean, why all of a sudden you care about PEDs? I mean, you've had a massive size advantage over guys for years, and Dave Morrell hasn't failed any drug tests to my knowledge. So, you can't just be putting that sheet on anybody. That's what I don't like. You can't put that sheet on anybody because it's a bad look. It is, It's definitely a bad look for a fire to be hot. It's a stain on that resume. Like, and I don't really just want to do that. I'm not gonna turn this into the, I'm not giving no praise to the steroid user, PED offenders on the channel. They know who they are. Some famous than others. Some might be considered the face of boxing. Don't let that go over your head. But it is what it is. But this probably right here, that Ryan Garcia and Devin fight, it should happen. It's the biggest thing probably that could probably has happened in 2025. It's the most talked about thing in 2024, and the shenanigans even played after the fight. With it's still being talked about. But See, like they're saying Hank is a big one. It's most definitely what's bigger than Haney Garcia. Let's keep that a stack. What's bigger than Haney Garcia? You could say nothing. I mean, it's nothing that's bigger than Haney Garcia right now, in my opinion. I think that's for sure the biggest fight. It was the biggest thing talked about last year. I wouldn't say Terrence Crawford and Canelo would be a bigger fight than that. In all honesty, I wouldn't say that. I don't think that fight will be a bigger fight than Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney too. And a lot of people think, oh, how can a rematch be so big? It was so one-sided. Not really one-sided. So, there's that. But yeah, if you trying to complain and, this is a complaint basically, you saying it's not the big, I'm trying to think at this point, what's bigger than Ryan Garcia and Devin? I'm trying to just think of, throw some fights, NOA Bam. I was talking about NOA Bam yesterday. Shakur and Tank. I don't think that I don't agree with this, and a lot of people look. You could tell, like, see you guys see it. Devin Haney looked like a human yo-yo with the number of times he hit the dick in that fight, which was 6 times, not 3. Like, you guys don't notice the disdain for Devin Haney and the disdain and dislike he gets. It's kind of shocking to me. I don't know what Devin Haney did to some of these guys, but you can see some of these articles written about him, and you can tell, they don't like him. Like, then you trying to say this is not the biggest fight. That you trying to basically, further discredit, Devin Haney. Because we know it was the most talked about thing in 2024. Name a fight that was talked about in 2024, like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. You can't name one. Right now, this would be the biggest thing in 2025 if the rematch got announced. So, I think that's this is hating. This is hating from this, this writer right here. This,
That's the power of Linnell S. and Milestone. We've come together to bring you
a level playing field. And I was just talking about that earlier. That's all I really care about, the playing field being level. I don't want any guy to go in there, dirty with, an advantage. I want both guys to make weight, But hopefully Devin learns, this time if you see they trying to hit you with the 22 fake out, you got to get out. You can't worry about trying to prove something to the fans like, oh, I want to keep the fight on to keep the fight. Nah, your health is at risk. You can't be playing. Your health is at risk. You can't be playing, and I know you want to keep the fight on, but this time any type of signs like that, you kind of got to get out. It is what it is. And, see, look, still it would be a bitter pill for him to swallow to openly acknowledge that Garcia was too powerful and talented for him to stay on his feet. Did everybody watch the same fight? I seen Devin get knocked down. Don't get me wrong. He got knocked down a few times, but it didn't happen until later on in the fight. The first round, he got caught cool. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pretty, competitive rounds. And I think if Devin don't try to jump in and get the stoppage in the 7th, it's a completely different fight. But that's on him. That's on Bill. Bill should have definitely, told his son, don't give this guy a puncher's chance in landing and catching you. Whatever life you choose, gold is easy to see. Look, Haney still blames his loss to Ryan for him being dirty with Osterman in his system. Now, will everybody, will everybody come say that, if Devin beats Ryan Garcia in the rematch, will everybody be like, oh, the Osterman was the reason he beat him? Or are you going to say, oh, he just beat him this time? See, that's That's gonna be the question, because and Devin is also taking a big risk. If he loses again, and Ryan Garcia comes in clean, they're gonna be like, oh, the first time it wasn't a fluke. So, Devin is taking a risk here too, in this situation. It's not just a walk in the park for him, or something he can just skip by. He's taking a risk. If you go in there and lose again, the fans are definitely gonna grill you. It's gonna be even worse than the first fight. So he has to understand that. Has to understand that in this situation. So it's gonna be a sight to see. If they can get it done again, I definitely want to see it. I definitely want the fight to be as clean as possible. I don't want no any cheating or advantages for either side. You know, the biggest fights, yeah. And also, we still have he still has that over. Both guys have lawsuits against each other, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure those lawsuits would get dropped. If the fight get serious, it would definitely get dropped, because I don't think these guys want to miss out on that financial gain they can by doing the rematch. I definitely think the rematch would actually do better than the first fight, and that's crazy as that sound, because it's got to the point where the casuals even talking about this type of fight. So you know it's gonna be they're basically just openly negotiating. They're openly negotiating through the media. Look, like stuff like this, he has to be clean, stuff like that. Then you got Ryan Garcia saying he's not doing VADA. That's basically open negotiation, and I'm fine with that. Long as it's testing between the fighters, I'm cool with that. I just want to see a clean fight, because a lot of I don't like how a lot of media and a lot of fans just disregarded the fact that the guy missed weight and he was on Ostherin, and you guys can say, oh, he had a trace amounts in his bro. If he had trace amounts in his system, they didn't feel like that, So and the commission, if he felt like he was clean, why didn't he appeal the decision from the commission? You can easily appeal that decision. It's not hard to do. He appealed that decision, and they follow up more and actually take a deeper dive into it, because he's declaring his innocence, but he didn't. He took his punishment because he knew there's no way I'm not taking a suspension if I know I didn't do anything. Call me whatever you guys want to call me, but I'm not. I'm and if I know I did, cool. Because he could have got, who knows, 3-4 years suspension. They gave him a year. You know, I thought that was a lot of grace on the commission's part. That was a lot of grace. I don't think he deserved that type of grace. In all honesty, because if you go in there and saying you trying to hurt a guy, you trying to kill a guy, and you have peds in your system, you was actually trying to kill that guy. You actually tried to kill that guy. So I can't I can't I can't accept it, and I won't make that cool, and especially in a combat sport where we've seen guys be permanently damaged from taking a shot in boxing. So let's not do that. Everybody know who Pritchard Colin is. One wrong shot can change everything. Forget about your boxing career, your life. So let's not say it's cool to be on pids and anything. You can actually kill somebody in that ring. So that's just what I think. But yeah, it's it's not frowned upon enough like that, like I think it should be. But we moving on. What time is it? Yeah. So let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about it. We moving on. Spence versus Fundora. It's happening in Vegas. It's supposed to be March 29th. You know, it's this is I don't really think Spence deserves this shot. He's basically getting this shot off of name if we just keeping it all the way a stack, because it's Spence, but he doesn't deserve this shot. He's been inactive for 20 months. Look, 20 months, and you about to go in there, with the young pup. It's basically, PBC is just taking a chance here, and I understand it from PBC. If Spence can somehow get those, what's up? If Spence can somehow get those titles back, they got to start again. They got their star back. If Fundora beats Spence, you can build Fundora off of the Spence loss. So it's beneficial for both parties, in my opinion, for the fight. But I just don't think Spence was deserving of this. And I just told you guys, we just talked about it. How I feel about the tune-up. I talked about it in the video I just made. I don't know if you guys seen that. I just dropped it before I went live, but I'm not a fan of the fighters. Oh, I'm not taking a tune. And Spence has been an advocate of this. I'm not taking a tune-up. I don't need a tune-up. But 20 months. That was the last fight with Crawford, and I don't think he's purposely going out the ring with 20 months. I just think the dates, PBC doesn't have the dates to accommodate a tune-up for Spence. So the guys at PBC, they're at a disadvantage right now because they can't just get in there and get a fight to get back fresh. It's no money. Uncle Al is running low over there. Uncle Al is running low at PBC. He doesn't have the funds, and a lot of people say he's been going missing. But I guess this is some news because
classic flavors like strawberry
we see Spence popping out, and he's 35. He turns 35. Spence is up there. This isn't the same Spence. 2 car accidents, eye surgery. In all honesty, Fundora should get this done. But before in that Tim Tszyu fight, Tim Tszyu was really touching Sebastian Fundora up before that cut, and it came from an elbow, but I'm definitely gonna see it. I don't think either guy is gonna fight Crawford or anything, and for Knicks, but it's definitely gonna be a fight. I don't know if it's gonna sell well. I don't think it sells very well. That's just my honest to God truth. I just don't know what Spence has in the tank. He's 35. You've been out the ring for 20 months, and I'm a big Spence fan, but I gotta stick to my guns here. You can't just be out the ring for 20 months and think, oh, I get back in the ring, it's still gonna be man down. The truth, it's gonna be. I can't just say it's gonna be the same thing. Who knows how Spence looks, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt in there, with Fundora. But Fundora doesn't, uses his advantage to, he doesn't use his advantage. He has all that height, and he's gonna choose to fight in the inside with Errol Spence. If you guys don't know, if you watch a Sebastian Fundora fight, he's gonna get in the inside. It's gonna be a war, and I think, in all honesty, that favors Errol Spence. It doesn't favor Sebastian Fundora. You're gonna let Errol Spence get close to you, which he really wants to do anyway. Get close to you. He's gonna try to work the body, because a lot of people don't work Sebastian Fundora's body, because I think that's the best thing to do. He's so tall. He's gonna be punching down. I want to see how Spence looks. He's supposed to be training with Steven Bredman now, so it's gonna be a sight to see. I want to see how he looks, but yeah, see, like But Fundora isn't coming off of he's definitely been out the ring since the Tim Tszyu fight, and I just told you guys PBC doesn't have the dates to accommodate their guys. Like they got their unified champ over there, and he can't even get a fight. I know he may be negotiating with Errol Spence, but both guys really should take a tune-up, then fight each other, because both of those guys are going to get in the ring rusty. Although Sebastian Fundora will be the fresher fighter, both guys are going to be rusty. But yeah, they've been pushing this fight back, saying they're gonna do it. It's on, it's not on. So it's finally, I guess it's finally announced. I don't know if they made it it's gonna be shown on Prime, yeah. Yeah. March 29th, the day after my mom's birthday. So, we get to lock in and see it. I'm definitely gonna tune in, but I kind of know what to expect here. Fundora should get this done. 20 months out of the ring. I love Spence. But who knows? That Crawford fight could have took some time off his career. Who knows if he ever looks the same after that type of beat. So, we saying Devin Haney ain't gonna be the same. We don't know if Spence gonna be the same. He's older, eye surgeries. We don't know. Spence has had a lot of setbacks, so I can't just sit here and say it's gonna be a walk in the park for Errol Spence. That's just my honest opinion. I do think he's nice, and it's definitely gonna be is Errol Spence a Hall of Famer? It's a good question. We have to address that another day, but yeah, is Errol Spence a Hall of Famer? He might skate in. I don't know. I don't know. He might skate in. That's if he can somehow beat Fundora, okay, cool. He can see, because he had 2 division world champion. He was unified at 47. He'll be unified at 54. He can get in, but right now it's biggest fight of his career. He lost. Terrence Crawford was the biggest fight of his career to date, and he lost. So, I can't just sit here and say, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. I mean, he was unified. I do got to give him that he had 3 scraps. But he never moved up. So this will be his first time moving up, and who knows, he might lose it in the move up. So I can't just sit here and say he's a surefire Hall of Famer, but yeah, it's gonna be close for Spence. I'm definitely excited to see him back. I want to see how he looks with Steven Bredman. I do think Steven Bredman, I don't know. I feel like, him and, Coach Derek, they served this perfect. I'm not mad at it, Derek James, Coach Derek James, he served his purpose. I think Spence getting a new trainer might be good for him, because I think Derek James has Spence set in that style. Same with Jamil Charlo. Derek James get you in that come forward. You sitting down on your punching style, and I feel like that kind of messed up Charlo. But that's the only style that Derek James teaches. So I want to see how Spence looks. With Bredman, maybe Bredman, helps him out, maybe box a little bit, who knows? But I want to see it. I do think it's going to be a stylistic fight, because Fundora, he likes to fight on the inside, and I think that kind of plays into the hand of Errol Spence, who wants to get in the inside and body shots and, break you down. So it's going to be exciting to see from both guys. I want to see both guys take a tune-up, in all honesty. I know I might be seeming crazy, but 20 months out the ring, how long has Tim Tszyu been out the ring? Fundora's been out the ring since Tim Tszyu fight for a while, so it's iffy, I can't just say I'm ready to see it. And I think the tune-up would do both guys justice, but Prime ain't got time to be doing no tune-ups. They need the biggest fights now. And right now, this is PBC joining Prime at their lowest point wasn't the best idea, because who all they got over there? You got David Benavidez and Gervonta Davis. Who else do you have at PBC that can sell you some tickets? let's just be real here. We don't have anyone that could sell some, bona fide tickets at PBC. If y'all are here, make sure y'all like this live for me. I'm trying to get this live out to everybody so everybody can see the live. Yeah, I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm not mad at it.
That allows businesses to send gift cards and money to recipients in over 200 countries. It's global and it's free, so it's kind of like.
Fundora, he did some soft shit, because I really wanted him to fight Terrence Crawford. That would have been a great unification. And why not? Why go fight the guy that lost to the guy that you can go beat? So basically, you don't care about being the man. These guys really be. I don't want to say it. These guys really be suckers, bro. They be suckers. I can't lie and like they not. Because it's no way you go fight a guy who loses to the guy I just beat. And I'm not knocking Spence. I know they're trying to probably keep it in house or whatever they're trying to do. I do think, you should probably fought. You should have fought Crawford. I would respect you a little bit more. But I can't respect it now. You go out your way to avoid a guy to go fight a guy he beat. You look like a coward. And nobody's gonna say anything because look at his face. He's smiling. He's so happy to be in the ring with Spence. Spence gonna give you a big bag. Crawford would have fucked you up. I understand. I understand it completely. I definitely understand it completely. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Let me share my screen again. Hold on, my bad. Yeah, look at him smiling. He knew Spence was gonna give him that bag, and Crawford probably would have beat the fuck out of him, which is smart. Don't mind me. I'm just a small YouTuber. Please don't mind me. Get your bag, sir. But when these guys go down like I'm the best, and I tell those guys you're not the best. You really be. People like to think I'm hating, and the same way I'm the same. I'm through and through. I don't lie. I keep it a stack. Like I feel like Gervonta Davis doesn't fight top level competition. And he's black just like me. So let's not make it about race, because I'll get on the black guy just like I get on a Hispanic guy or white guy. Like, so don't make it about race on my channel. I really try to keep it as non-biased as possible. If you're not fighting the best, you're not fighting the best. But look, Spence's activity since 2020. Terrence Crawford, TKO. Your Dennis Ugas. Fuck, that was so long ago. Danny Garcia. I guess that's why I'm coming with the question. Do you guys think Errol Spence is a Hall of Famer? Do you guys think it? That's a great question, because if he can somehow get this title from Fundora, I can rock with it. I could possibly he's a Hall of Famer. But if you lose to Crawford, then you lose to Fundora back to back. It's gonna be tough, and a lot of people really thought Spence really could have been special, but I really and you really gotta respect Spence though, because although Al Heyman didn't want Errol Spence to go fight Terrence Crawford. Shout out to Errol Spence, pulling his pants up and putting his belt on, tighten his belt up, and boom. I'm ready. Like, I'm going on the other side of the street. Uncle Al said it's not frowned upon to go on the other side, and Spence didn't care. Spence went out his way to get the fight done. So I gotta give him credit for that. You rarely see those guys on Uncle Al's team 1 second, guys. 1 second.
Tremendous is a free platform that allows businesses to send gift cards and money to recipients in over 200 countries. It's global and it's free. So it's kind of like
You rarely see those guys
I need it
on
too.
Uncle Al
Links in the
team,
possible with
they
Tremendous.
go out
Just
their
click
way
the
to,
demo at tremendous.com.
disobey them. You seen Deontay Wilder. He went on the other side, made a fight that wasn't supposed to be made. Understandable. Adrian Broner went against Uncle Al. Errol Spence went against Uncle Al. It happens. It happens, and what those guys have in common is when they did go against Uncle Al, they lost. But you'll never hear me discredit Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner, even though he could have been soft, he didn't have to go fight Maidana. He did it. He did it. So I'm not gonna disrespect him and say he's a coward for that. I gotta give him credit. Deontay Wilder, he did not have to go fight Tyson Fury. He did it anyway. So I'm not gonna say, Deontay Wilder's same with Errol Spence. That's why I say I'm still gonna support Errol Spence, even if he loses to Terrence Crawford, because he went out of his way to make a fight that, we really weren't supposed to get. If, everything goes Uncle Al way, we don't get that fight. We don't get that fight at all. We possibly look stupid. Yeah, we don't get that fight, and so you got to really give those guys credit. Although he might not be what he was, never gonna hear me discredit him and say because he could have ducked Crawford. I'm telling you guys, he could have ducked Crawford. Hurt everybody's feelings. Could have ducked Crawford. But he didn't, and you got to give those guys credit because you got those guys like Peter Quillen who gives up a whole title when Uncle Al said give up a title, and look where Peter Quillen is now. Do you guys know who Peter Quillen is? See, this is how I know if you really follow boxing or not. You guys know who Peter Quillen is from New York? I think you guys know who that is. See, he was with Uncle Al, and he gave up a title.
Recipients love that they can choose from over 2,000
But that was a very dumb decision because Peter Quillen hasn't got a scrap or been relevant since. Dumbest decision of his life, giving that title away. So yeah, you gotta give those guys credit who went out their way to do what they said, because you don't get that in boxing. You don't get that. You get that in UFC because that's a one commission sport. Boxing has a lot of commissions. You don't have to follow this guy's rule. This commission may be different, but shout out to those guys. So I'm gonna definitely give those guys credit. Deontay, AB, always balling. AB was a real character, bro. Y'all should have seen when AB first came out. Like when I was in when I was like high school, bro, was a sight to behold. Like I can't even lie. But yeah, as far as the fight with Errol Spence and Sebastian, I'm edging Sebastian. I think Sebastian being younger, Spence coming off that 20-month layoff, I think he should get it done. He should. He should get it done. I don't know if he is gonna get it done, but he should. I'm pretty sure PBC doesn't mind Spence winning, just like they're not gonna mind Sebastian Fundora winning, because if all else fails, they can always throw Sebastian Fundora in there with Canelo Alvarez, and we get a fight like that. So it's in the air. So I heard my little brother. He's so unnecessarily loud.
Get ready for the groundbreaking Golf Zone Tour. Today, Orlando and Louville go head-to-head as 12
Oh shit, my bad. What I just doing? Oh, get back in here.
Virtual courses with $150,000 on the line.
Yeah. What's going on? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second. Gosh. My back, bro. Okay, I'm back. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm back. I'm back. Cool. I'm back. My bad, y'all. My bad. Gosh. I gotta really pay attention to what I'm doing. It's bad out here. It's really bad. My bad, y'all. But I'm back though. Yeah. What was I at? Fuck. Let's move on though. Don't even worry about it. We'll just move on. Cool. Cause we're about to wrap it up anyway. Cool. The college football playoff. We moving on. I was supposed to come back last night after the Notre Dame situation, but you know, we got busy, so don't kill me. But Notre Dame, Drew Aller should start filling out Target applications right now. Walmart, Costco's, Drew Aller, sales job, sales rep. He should definitely go tap in, be a door knocker or something. I don't even say be a door knocker because door knockers are gangsters. You need to be like a garbage man or something garbage man are gangsters. You need to go be like a PE teacher. That would be perfect for Drew Aller. If Drew Aller became a PE teacher, and because the kids would not believe me if he said, "Yeah, I played in the college football playoff." Drew Aller, Coach Aller, shut up. It doesn't even though he's a unit, he's 6'5", and that's probably why scouts love him. He's 6'5", 240. I would love 6'5", 240. My QB was 6. Let's just see what you can do. And that's why he was number one at coming out of his class. But that game last night, he was atrocious. I can't sit here and lie like he wasn't. And I'm not saying that because I bet on Penn State yesterday. I bet with Penn State. He was atrocious. And I follow me on VisualsLoe on my X, you guys. I talked about it. He was basically wetting the bed inside that pocket, and I just can't really, I just don't see what the scouts see. He's huge. He's a unit back there, but the guy was missing throws. I could have, lined up off the couch and made some of those throws. It was atrocious, and I try not to be hard on the kids because he's 19, 20, he's 21, he's 22. No, can't do that no more. You getting paid. You getting paid the big bucks to ball out. So I don't want to hear, you being too hard on the kid. No, you pay to play, right? It's pay to play now, right? I need production. So I don't want to hear all that, you can't be too hard on the kid. He's a kid. And they don't be like that when it's time to ask for those bags. So let's not be like we can't hold those guys to a standard. So that's exactly what I'm on. I'm not giving guys excuses anymore. He's just a kid. No, we're not doing that. Because these kids are basically disregarding on what it means to sign a national letter of intent. Like these guys don't show no loyalty. So why can't we, be honest when they're playing bad? He played atrocious, and Notre Dame won that game, but they were really supposed to lose. Penn State choked that game more than Notre Dame won it. If I'm being honest, that's just me being honest. I just feel like Drew Aller, he played a tad bit better. They get the job done. That's just what I expect, what I think. And in all honesty, you know, if you're gonna be one of these kids that we gotta pay you for your services, don't be looking, you know, silly. Don't be looking silly, you know, when don't be looking silly when y'all see my brother, y'all.
Hey YouTube, I ain't never jumped in on one of his videos, and I want to be funny today and jump in on one of his videos.
That's bro, y'all. But yeah, Drew Allard is trash, you know, and back to what I was saying. Yeah, if you're gonna ask for all this money, because you see guys, oh, I'm leaving because I didn't get paid my 100,000, or you know, they didn't fulfill the, you know, necessarily NIL requirements. Cool, I'm all for that. Get your bag, young kings. Get y'all bags. But now, this is a point where we have to address how you playing on the field. If you're not balling on that field, I should be able to cut ties with you, right? If we gonna treat it like a business, let's treat it like a business, because I can't wait to see, you know, Bill Belichick, you know, gonna be a UNC next year. Oh, yeah, his QB asked for 200,000, but he threw 15 picks. I don't think you getting that 200,000 from Bill. You know, you might get your scholarship took. So I want to see how, because that's why I think Bill Belichick should be able to handle the coaching era now, because it's business. You know, these kids leaving for financial gain, and I think Bill should be able to handle that. You know, but yeah, back to the game. You know, Drew Allard was terrible. And I can't even be mad at that Penn State defense. You know, that 27 points doesn't do the service of how well that Penn State defense played. And a lot of people, oh, they had 27 points. The defense could have held up. No, the defense, you know, did their job. You know, it's they were out there, and I tweeted this on X. I said, bro, they're out here, they're on the field a tad bit too much. And I don't care, you know, what you say. You know, it could be the best defense. Go get on that field too much while the offense is out there. Your offense can't produce. You're gonna see guys on their hands on their hips and on their knees. So don't think it's sweet, you know. Guys still need rest, and that defense was out there a lot, you know, due to, you know, Drew Allard carelessness. You know, can't convert on third downs, throwing interceptions. And I said I wasn't. That's why I tried not to, you know, say anything last night. I was so upset last night, but I tried to keep it cool because I knew I was gonna get on live and you know, because you know I've been waiting to address this. You know, all these kids getting this money, they leaving. You know, walking out on coaches. Cool. Now when you play bad, we don't have to have that excuse. You know, the coaches don't have to show you loyalty on why you play bad. And I thought James Franklin, you know, really, you know, he's going to get a lot of that blame because of, you know, him being 1-15 against top 5 teams or something like that. You know, since he was at Penn State, he's going to get a lot of that flag, but he doesn't deserve it. You know, Drew Allard was atrocious. And I can't remember the last time Penn State had a QB that I could say that's going to go out there and win the game. If you can get past that Penn State defense, you can possibly get a win on Penn State. You can. You can definitely get a win on Penn State. But tonight, we getting that in 24 minutes. Ohio State, Texas. I'm glad I got on here, you know, get y'all a little hour live, you know. So we'll probably be on here about 10 more minutes. So shout out to y'all for tapping in and pulling up. I told you guys I gotta learn how to add my, you know, my little space bar at the bottom where you know, you can see my little social medias, and I don't know if I'm gonna add a cash app. You know, that's kind of wild. I haven't made it to that level to be adding a cash app. But right now, Texas, Ohio State, the spread is what, 6? That's 6. I mean, that should tell you all you need to know. If you know how to gamble, that should really tell you everything you need to know. Why is the it's a 6? Shout out to Bronum. Bronum just updated me with the live spread. Just moved up to 6.5. You know, and Ohio State is the higher ranked team. You know, they're not a 5 seed, they're 8 seed. So why is the 8 seed, you know, 6-point favorites over a 5 seed. This is not a 3.5 or a 3. That's basically a touchdown now. This 6.5 is a 7. So I try to prepare my subscribers and viewers. Don't be shocked if it's a blowout. Hopefully I don't want Texas to keep it close because I'm betting on Ohio State. But don't be shocked if it's a blowout. Like, don't be shocked. It could get bad. It might be a 2-score game. And I know you rarely see those, but Quinn Ewers, he hasn't been playing well against top defenses. That's just my honest opinion. And Quinn Ewers can kill me, but he hasn't been playing. When Quinn Ewers play a top defense, they really weren't supposed to get out of this Arizona State game. They made out of this Arizona State game with the skin of the teeth. Shout out to Sark. Sark was really coaching in that second OT. He threw that tight end wheel. It was disgusting. But Scatterboo, I really thought Scatterboo and them had him. So you got to really thank Sark. But I don't think Quinn Ewers has been playing the best in these playoffs. He's a 5 seed, but when you see him against a great defense, he tends to look like a Jag. And I love Quinn Ewers, but he looks like a Jag. And if you guys want to know what a Jag is, just another guy. So, hopefully we don't get a crazy Quinn Ewers tonight because I'm fading them. We Ohio State, we Buckeyes tonight. So right now my championship is Ohio State and Notre Dame. Ohio State by punishment. They're probably gonna beat the brakes off Notre Dame because their offense is gonna be able to put up points. I think Will Howard is better than Drew Aller. I won't say levels. No, I could say levels. If this Drew Aller, this might be Will Howard. And Drew Aller just gets that nod because of size. And I tell, and that's just what I don't know why it's like that. Drew Aller's gonna get that nod because maybe they feel like, oh, if I'm coaching him, he'll be better. If you ask, you ask. I don't think it's too much, but Josh Allen did. Everybody's not gonna beat Josh Allen. Let me go and get. I want the GMs to know that everybody not gonna beat Josh Allen. Oh, he's 6'6", 240, and he looks good, and he just and he turns out to be a great player. It's not necessarily always like that when it comes to the QB situation. You could be picking Drew Allen at first round, and he could get you fired. So if I'm a GM, Drew Allen's a guy that could, get you a bonus or get you fired. It's very 50-50 with him, and I would lean more on the 70-30 because he possibly going to get you fired with that arm talent. He was missing some throws last night, just like, that's kind of high schoolish. Like, you got to make that throw. That's you got to get that. So Ezric. Who is Ezric 156? What's up, Ezric? What's up? You having a good day, bro? You vibing? Yeah, I gotta make sure I say what's up, to my little one commenter. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, some of those were high schoolish, and I don't want to put the blame on him, but once you get this type of money that these kids are getting, back then, I could be like, oh no, he probably had an 8 in 2 days. So, you could use that excuse for the college kids because, back then college kids were starving. So he might not have 8 in 2 days. But who knows? They said Drew Aller was on the yacht with the escorts. That got out there. We don't know how true that is, but that got out there. So, when you play back like this and money isn't involved, we can say something now. So, yeah, he played terrible. Probably the reason Notre Dame got in, but Ohio State, Texas, I think it's gonna be pretty one-sided. And I know people don't want to hear that, but that's just my opinion. Shout out to y'all, but that's what I think. It's gonna be pretty one-sided. It is what it is. Hopefully, because I think Ohio State is gonna clamp down on it Texas run game, and once their run game is shut down, we're gonna see Quinn Ewers look like a deer in headlight. Because without their run game, he looks really pedestrian in my opinion. So That's what I'm thinking. But we about to wrap it up, you guys. We about to wrap it up. Shout out to y'all for pulling up. I wasn't trying to be on here long today. About an hour. I just wanted to chop it up. I was supposed to do a live yesterday, but got busy, started snowing, so got to prepare for all that. But I love you guys so much, man. Shout out to y'all for pulling up and tapping in with me. We definitely gonna start going live more often because I like live. I like to be on here and chopping it up with you guys. I like it. I can actually, when I want to talk about something, actually go straight to it. I can go and do that, but right now don't mind my elementary streaming setup right now. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm just basically starting to do it, and my brother he has that jump in mentality. He's like, bro, don't even worry about how it looks at first. Just do it, and we'll worry about the upgrades as you go. So shout out to y'all for pulling up. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. I'm out.